Hey everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome to Ask Think for February 2017. Guys, how did you enjoy the Super Bowl last night? I was so happy because a team won. No, I'm happy for the Eagles winning their first Super Bowl ever, but I was sad because my team got eliminated by the Vikings on that last second play. I was sure they were gonna win. I couldn't believe that. So anyway, guys, let's get to the question of the month from last month, and it was, if you could go, or if you could live anywhere for one day, or go anywhere for a day, what would be the reason, or where would you go and why? And Stitch and a Dragon says China. If I could go to any country for a day, I'd go to China. The reason why is because it's home to fireworks, the Great Wall of China, and amazing architecture. Plus, I could practice Chinese for my Chinese class. I like that the first thing was the fireworks. I wonder what you're gonna do with the Great Wall of China, you know? Bottle rockets? Shumel Ali says, hey, Think, I would love to live in Australia because it's quite far from where I live. It's also a beautiful place and has a lot of animals, and I love animals at Noodle on. Nice. Yeah, I've been to Australia. I would love to go back because my wife has never been, and I think she should really experience some of the animals. And it's not only that they have a lot of animals, at least compared to North America, they have a lot of really, really unique animals. Chicken Chest said I would live in Antarctica because penguins. That's a very good reason. There are not many other reasons to live in Antarctica though, are there? X Earthquake X Gaming Vlogs and More says, hey, Think, I would live in New York City, not just to meet you, but just because I love the big city. Well, you would fit in really well here. It is a pretty big city. Atakai says Finland because they don't have homework. And then Franz Mikey, I don't know how to pronounce the A with the dots over it. Obviously, probably from Finland, says, we in Finland have homework. I don't know who told you that they don't have homework in Finland, but I think this Finnish guy here might know a little bit better. XO Skelebot says, I would want to live in Rome. I just want to see all of the ancient structures. I want to see the Colosseum so bad. And I visited Rome a couple of times, and one of the things it's really crazy about being in Rome, it's just, you're just walking down a street and you just go around the corner and you're like, whoa, that looks old. And the Romans, they just walk by like they're on their way to work. It's like nothing, but to us, we're just like astounded at the ancient architecture there. It's just awesome. So I definitely agree with you on that one. Dara Hey Dari says, I would live in Egypt as I'm fascinated by the ancient Egyptian structures. It's mind-boggling just thinking how their structures could remain standing for nearly 7,000 years. And I've never been to Egypt, and I would love to see some of the ancient Egyptian architecture. And not only that it's remained standing for 7,000 years, it's that it was so technologically advanced. Well, I mean, not technologically, well, I mean, let's just say advanced. It was so advanced for 7,000 years ago. What an advanced civilization. Soy Boy says space, because I could just float around freely. I could also squirt some apple juice, then start drinking the bubbles of apple juice. Yum. Okay. Sure. Actually, space would be amazing. You're right. Blackheart BH Eunice Awashre says, I would live in the US so I can sneak into your house and pet Kopi while you sleep. You heard nothing. Spooky Chris says, I would go to Thailand because I really need to learn how to tie a tie. Oh man. Oh. And the question for next month's video is from Jackie Jess with a Club Penguin avatar. It says, hey, Think, question for next month. What is your favorite video on Thinknoodles channel and why? And I want to see a lot of variety on this one, guys. So I want a specific video, and you got to tell me why. I'm really interested to see this because I've got over 3,000 videos. So theoretically, actually, no. I was going to say theoretically we have 3,000 different answers, but you could have two people say the same video, but for different reasons. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Now, before we get to the questions for me, I do want to remind you to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer in the next episode. Remember, only one question per comment, but you can ask as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this Ask Think are closed, go to the most recent Ask Think and ask your question there. And guys, I don't know. It's funny. I only do these once a month now, but that whole segment comes out without me even thinking about it. I've said that exact thing for so many videos, so many times, and for so long that I don't even have to think about it. It just comes. This is crazy. Anyway, guys, the first question is actually about last month's video, and it's not really a question. It's a few statements, comments, and I just grabbed a couple of them. They're basically, yo, dude, you lied to us. You clickbaited us. You're a clickbaiter. I didn't see nothing. So guys, first of all, the face reveal was actually my wife and not me, as the title said. And I did, it's not my place to put it on the video, but I gave you guys a link and I'll put it in the description again to my wife's Instagram where you can see what she looks like. Did not clickbait. She did reveal her face for 100,000 subscribers and all of that. But you know, that's her thing, not mine. But I wanted to show it to you guys anyway, because I know a lot of you guys were curious about it. And Tanish Dawar went to Instagram and looked at it, and then he said, I thought she had purple hair. Well, she does in Roblox. But you know, sometimes people in Roblox actually color their hair differently than their actual hair color. You know, and when I showed her this comment, she's like, I wish I had purple hair, but I don't think my patients would take me seriously because she already looks super young and to be a physician. And if she came in with purple hair, they'd be like, you know, maybe I'm going to go seek treatment elsewhere. Ty James asks, is your wife Asian? Just want to know. Yes, Rochelle is Chinese. Your friend Bat says, you mentioned a surgery in this video when acting out that conversation, and the conversation was just about meeting my wife's coworkers, and said, so did you have a surgery or your wife? Because that's pretty serious. Well, technically my wife has surgery a few times a week because she is the one performing the surgery. She is a surgeon. So when I was talking about that, that was, you know, talking about her performing surgeries and her coworkers performing surgeries because they are the ones doing the operating. So neither of us had surgery. Don't worry about us. We're fine. The Amazing Dude at 78 says, why do you always have a different way, not type, of emoji? An emoji. Sometimes it's top left, sometimes it's top right, sometimes it has a white background, and sometimes it doesn't. Also noodle on. So the reason for that is it depends on the video, and it also depends on the emoji. So for example, this one, I don't think I'm gonna have a white box around it. We'll see when I edit this, but I think the fox is okay because there's no white in it beyond the teeth. Now, if you picked something like the panda, it becomes a problem because when I take the Animoji off of the iPhone, I'm basically all I do is record the iPhone X screen, and it has a white background around the Animoji. Now, my editing software, I use a keyer, like a green screen, and I try and green screen the white out. Problem is, when it is white like a panda, it whites out half the panda's face. Or a unicorn, or what are some of the other ones that I have trouble with? The chicken, the dog, anything, honestly, anything with white inside the face is really hard. So then there are a few options. I can leave the white box around it, which I do sometimes. If it's a bright video, doesn't really matter. Other times you'll see a halo around it, and that's to sort of fill in those holes, but sometimes that doesn't work very well. So again, and then whether it's left or right, that depends on the game that I'm playing. If it's something like Bedwars or something like that, and you want to see the stuff on the right-hand side and the Animoji would cover it, I move it over to the left. But if there's nothing that it's going to normally be covering, I usually put it on the right-hand side. That help? Hey, it's Kim101 says, hi, I went to your merch site and the website said everything is sold out, and I was wondering if they were planning to restock because my sister and I love to watch you and I want to buy her a Thinknoodles shirt for her birthday. That's all noodle on. Well, first of all, that is sweet. So sweet. Second of all, guys, I am so popular now that they just can't. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The website or actually the manufacturer of the merch that that my MCN was using didn't fulfill the Christmas orders very well, and I had a few people who didn't get their orders by Christmas, and you know, it sort of ruined Christmas. And I let my MCN know, guys, that is unacceptable. That's, you know, you provide this service to me, I expect it to perform. And if you guys are, you know, if people are ordering stuff and it's taking them a month and a half to get their items, that is not okay. So they agreed that they would find another supplier that would have better ship times. So they're looking for that. I think they've got a contract lined up for that. So keep an eye out for merch, and I'll definitely keep an eye on Twitter or something. I'll let you guys know when the new supplier is there and when the new stuff is in stock, so you can get your sister a birthday present. I hope it comes in time. Lila Myers asked, this is for Ask Think, can you make a Noodletopia sweatshirt or t-shirt in real life? Can you ask the people who made the other stuff like the t-shirts and pencil pouches and backpacks? Thanks, love the vids, Noodle on. Good idea. Yeah, when we get this new merch provider, I should definitely do that. I didn't even consider it until you asked this question, that we could take some of the Noodletopia merch, which is amazing, and I'm sure there's gonna be more, and put it into real clothes. That would be awesome. Frostboy98 asks, Think, is it hard to edit videos? If so, thank you for spending your time recording and editing videos to keep us entertained, Noodle on. Well, you're welcome, but you know, it really depends. I mean, sometimes it is harder than others, right? Like editing a Subnautica video is not terribly hard because I don't have the emojis to deal with to bring emphasis or anything like that. So they're basically just jump cuts, especially because Subnautica is sort of a role play series, right? So I'm not gonna be zooming in on the screen or anything like that. I'm just there playing as if I'm the person in the game. So those are easy to edit. Things with emojis, harder to edit. And guys, like vlog type videos, like the Nintendo Labo hands-on that I just did, so hard for me because it's not what I normally do, right? I think for some people who do vlogs all the time, they can whip out a vlog video in no time flat. But that video, that whatever, 11-minute video, probably took me 4 hours of editing, maybe more. It was crazy. Like, I just, it's so time consuming for me because it's not what I normally do. Abdullah Yusuf plays, and guys, I'm sorry, you might want to shield your eyes and ears. This is potentially inappropriate. Don't know why. Anyway, this is my question because you hate to show your face on camera. If YouTube asks you to be in YouTube Rewind, would you accept? Please answer my question. I would absolutely accept. I mean, that's an honor that is not offered to many people. And plus, with the channel my size, being a gaming channel, people not really knowing, you know, unless they look hard, what I look like, I would get like 0.2 seconds of airtime, but I'd be in it, so I'd be happy about it. Jake55 Workman asks, Think, how did you get so many subs? I'm starting a new channel. I don't know. I really don't. And especially if I did, honestly, I would have a lot more subscribers because then I would know how to get them and then I would get more. In fact, you know, I've been doing this for what, like 6 years now. And no, wait. Yeah, 6 years now. And this past month has been the biggest month on my channel all time. Bigger than any summer, more subscribers and more views than ever. And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know what I did right or I don't know what I've been doing wrong for so long. I'm happy, but if I knew, I would have more and I would tell everyone, but I have no idea how, other than making content that I love to make and interacting with my viewers. Those are the two things that I guess that's a secret to my success, I guess. The Determined Ninja says, okay, I know you record or at least live stream on OBS, but what do you edit your videos with? Please tell me, I have to know! Kinda. Well, you are right. I do stream with OBS, as does just about everyone else. And if you're gonna stream, I definitely recommend that. Also, if you're gonna record and you don't have any other recording software, it's a very good recording software, so I'm told. As far as editing, I generally edit in Final Cut Pro, and you know, the main reason for that is, well, one, I'm used to it, but two, it uses, here we go with the technical part, it uses the Quick Sync Video ASIC on my processor, which means I can export a 20-minute video in about 5 to 6 minutes if it's 1080p 60. Really fast. I think Premiere Pro is a better editor. However, that same video, if I were to edit it on Final Cut, or I would edit it on Premiere and export it, that 20-minute video would probably take me 30 minutes to export or render. And, you know, 6 minutes versus 30 minutes is huge in my workflow. And until I can get Premiere Pro to render at the speed that I can get Final Cut Pro to edit render, I will continue to use Final Cut Pro for most videos. Ender Cookies asks, would it be okay to ask about what your new game for the Noodletopia group would be about? Is it going to be more of a place for Noodlers to hang out and just chat, or will it be a bunch of mini games or a tycoon style thing? Super excited for it. Well, it's going to be more of a hangout place, but there's going to be a bit of a game involved, but it's more of a place to hang out and chat. I've been told it's done, actually, and I was supposed to preview it on Friday, but I was editing the Nintendo Labo video all day long and didn't get a chance. I think I'm going to get to look at it today. Of course, I'll make a video about it when it does come out. And there are going to be improvements made to it. Specifically, the Kopi model is not animated. I know that for sure. They couldn't manage to animate it, and I don't know any Roblox animators. If you guys know any, please suggest them. But we can make improvements to it. We can add things to it. But for now, it's just a place to hang out without the admin smurfs and frogs interrupting. Because right now people use the wall to chat, and there's all these admins like, get free Robux, just go to this website. And no, they won't be a problem anymore. Cubert Gamer 36, look at the avatar, it's Cubert. Okay, anyway, my question is that when you're done doing a Roblox video, do you play with your fans a little, or do you leave the game to edit and upload it? Depends on the game. I always, if there are fans in game, no matter what the game is, at the end of the recording, I let them know I was recording, and I talk for a minute or two, tell them noodle on, and then go edit. I do sometimes stick around and play. For example, I did Car Wash Simulator, and I made sure that I was pretty much done recording. I'm like, you know what? Everybody's here. Let's do a thumbnail. So it took a while. It took a while, but I lined everyone up and got a thumbnail and that sort of thing. So if you ever see me online in Roblox, definitely join in. Brano D-Clock Jr. asked, think if you're trying to find a new game for the channel, do you choose a game that's trending or a game you haven't played yet and you really want to play it? Both. But most of the time, I look for suggestions from you guys, and so it generally is dictated by what you guys are asking for the most, which might be a trending video or trending game that you want to see a video on, or just something you really want to see me play. Like usually after Dan plays it, honestly, but sometimes when he plays games, this Friday, I see him play it and I'm like, oh no, why? Because I know it's coming up. Ultra Noob says, I've been watching your channel for like 3 years now. I was thinking you should hire a fan to remind you if you've forgotten a series. For example, you did a stream about a month ago about a new beginning on the Noodle Planet, but you forgot. I don't want to insult you for being forgetful because I know you have a busy life. I'm not insisting that I take the job, but I would happily do so. Noodle on, well, funny thing is, people volunteer for that job all the time. On Twitter, comments, everything. A lot of people let me know that their favorite series. I haven't played a video on it recently. Make one. Like, for example, Subnautica, people were asking for, well, 10 months since the last episode. And I did not forget about Noodle Planet Season 3. Don't worry. It's just that I was getting ready to make the first video, and then Mojang released a little bit of information, which leads into the next question from Mr. Buckethead, and says aquatic is 1.14, and actually it is not. I think when you made the comment it was, but Mojang has since updated their snapshots so that they're moving the update aquatic into 1.13. So in the next week or two, I believe, they'll be adding those update aquatic features into the current snapshots. And when they said that, I was like, up. Can't start Noodle Planet Season 3 without the update aquatic. So I'm going to let a couple of snapshots go until it's relatively stable, and then we'll be doing that. So don't worry, I didn't forget. Don't worry. Exoskelebot says, hey, I'm so glad you brought back Subnautica, but you don't use the same thumbnail. How come? Well, a few reasons. One, my thumbnails have changed quite a bit in the last year or so. And I remember when I was playing Noodle Planet Season 1 and I started Noodle Planet Season 2 and I changed the way that I did thumbnails, right? Included something in the scene in the thumbnail, and a lot of people are like, oh, cool, I just checked this out. I never watched the old one because of the thumbnail. Because a static thumbnail you know, sometimes people see it and say, oh yeah, I already watched that one. And they don't realize like, oh, but it's like 3 episodes past the one you watched. They don't remember the episode they watched. So I wanted to make the thumbnails more exciting and also to differentiate between the videos that I was doing when it was in early access between the videos now where we are progressing toward a goal now in the final release to get off the planet. Vegan Atheist asks, when you come to the realization that not only you, but your wife too, are playing Minecraft at what I assume to be age 30, do you think you're gonna be sad? All right, I think I know where you're trying to go with that, but not really gonna work. I think you might classify this as an attempt at a poop post, but first of all, age 30 is like so 10 years ago. But the fact that my wife and I play video games together and have fun together, yeah, it's not very shameful. I think that's what you're trying to go with. And then I literally get to play video games and have fun for a living. There are very, very, very few jobs out there cooler than this. I mean, maybe I could be an astronaut, but that sounds like a lot of work. But I literally get to have fun playing video games all day long for my job. And I have an added bonus of entertaining millions of children while doing so. That sounds pretty awesome. In fact, anyone I meet, all my friends, they totally want to have my job. They totally wish that they had chosen a different career path or had found the career path that I found. So sad? No, there is definitely a reason that I am smiling and laughing and happy all of the time, is because being a YouTuber playing video games is awesome. Kid Spy Agency asks, if Kopi won a lottery and won a caller that translated her barks into English, would you allow her to help commentate on your videos? Absolutely not. I can imagine if I put that collar on Kopi, she would swear like a sailor. Guys, and my content is family friendly. We cannot have a swearing golden retriever on my videos. No, but truthfully, if Kopi got a translation collar, I would love to know what my dog thinks all the time. Like, I could be making a video and I'll like scream or something like, ah, it's so shiny. And I could just hear it go, ugh, shut up. Morgan Samuels. So we got to the bottom of the comments here with the most random comment I think I've seen on an Ask Think video in a long time. I got a chicken nugget Happy Meal. I think you just needed to tell someone. So congratulations on that. Woo! Everyone give them a round of applause. Guys, that's it for this episode of Ask Think. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and pick up those chopsticks and poke that like button as hard as you can. And don't forget to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer in the next episode. Also, guys, please do become a Noodler today and subscribe, and don't forget to tap the bell. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, Noodle Line!